What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're actually taking a look at the Flash Speeder. That's set 75091. It had 312 pieces, 5 minifigs, retailed for 30 US, and it came out in 2015. Now nowadays this set's going for 41 new or 31 used, so if you're looking at an older LEGO Star Wars set and you don't want to pay a crazy price for it, buy this one. But we're gonna get into its positives and its negatives, but enough talk, let's get right into it. And to start us off, let's take a look at the Flash Speeder. Give you guys a 360 view. This thing is actually pretty sleek looking. And I actually think that they're starting to take, I think the new creators of the Speed Champions line, like, you know, where they can seat 2 minifigs, I think they took notes from this speeder a little bit because, guys, it can't just fit 2. It can fit 4 minifigs. That is amazing. I know of very few LEGO sets that can fit 4 minifigs that are this size. The other thing that's really cool about this set is they have a custom sticker piece that actually is supposed to be accurate to the Flash Speeder. And if you ever played Battle for Naboo, the computer console actually looked a lot like this, so I did quite like that. The other thing too is there's even detailing, let's pull these guys out, in the middle here, almost like they got little gears or whatnot. Maybe that's how they choose what speed they're gonna go, like we do with the standard vehicle. So I did really like that. The other thing that's cool about this speeder is it opens up like a Lamborghini. Now, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that in the Star Wars universe. However, I'm not going to argue that. I think that's an awesome little inclusion. You know, the minifigs going in now, get into the vehicle, the doors lift up. I just think that looks fantastic. And they just fold down very nicely. Here's the bottom of the craft, just so you can kind of see what we're looking at. And the other thing that's really cool about this set is it has spring-loaded shooters. And they're pretty easy to shoot off. I mean, they're just like any spring-loaded shooter. And you have another nice little area actually to fire off another one. So this set actually packs a punch. Like, there is blasters absolutely, or I should say spring-loaded shooters everywhere. This also rotates, so you can kind of like target, you know, something. If you're wanting to shoot an AAT, you can do that. But all in all, I just really like this speeder. Probably the worst part about it is the back. There could be maybe a little bit more detail going on there, specifically right here I'm talking. All in all, great looking speeder, absolutely love it. Let's actually now take a look at the minifigs, which are just as good as the model. One last thing I actually wanted to take a look at before we got into the figs is these hidden compartments. So this set has it all. You pull off those seat pieces and there's literally little blasters hidden right here. There's even a little pair of binoculars. I'm not sure why they didn't just include the binoculars that, you know, Luke has in New Hope, because that's kind of what they universally use in the Star Wars universe. However, I think that's awesome, so that you just can fit little hidden things in there, and I thought that was really cool. They didn't have to do that, but they saw a little area that they could fit stuff in, and they did it. You know, they gave us a special little hidden compartment. And here we have the first 3 minifigs that are included in this set. So you have 2 battle droids flanking Captain Tarpals. I think this is the first time they ever made him, and the last time, which is fantastic. Look at the detail on this guy. Like, they went all out for Tarpals. He's actually kind of a cool gun as well. The battle droids are nothing to write home about, but, you know, good army builders. And I love the fact they even gave him eye printing. That's just fantastic. Love his torso printing, his leg printing. They just went all out with him. Let's actually just pull off his head too. Show you guys. He even has detail on his back torso. So they just went all out with him. Really do like him. Even his purple, even those purple arms, I've very rarely seen that color in LEGO. The only thing that I think they maybe could have done with him is included one of their cool looking shields, because I would have really, you know, I think it's a really cool piece, especially the one that they made, back in 2013, I want to say. I think that would have been a nice inclusion if he got his, custom gun shield. But all in all, great looking figs. Let's actually take a look at the 2 Naboo officers. And here they are. So on the far right, we have the security guard, and then the far left, we have the security officer. I love the detail on these guys. Look at they even made a custom molded hat for this officer, and then this one, they gave him special printing. I believe we've seen that piece before in city sets. Very nice looking detail. Now, what really surprised me about these figs, or I should say the officer, this guy's really angry. Like, I literally pulled his helmet off. I'm like, oh yeah, got to show off his back face printing, and he is really ticked off. Like, this is Anakin ticked off when the Tusken Raiders killed his mom. So I was like, okay, he needs to simmer down a little bit. But yeah, great looking figs. I just did not expect that on a good minifig, that he'd be that angry. But anyways, I love the detail on the torsos, on the legs. Just fantastic. I actually really like Naboo, and I really wish that they'd make more Naboo sets. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. It seems all we ever get is Naboo starfighters. Maybe they'd give us, one of those big creatures that, that carried one of those shield generators for the guns. I think that would be fantastic. But anyways, those are the figs. So many good things to say about them. I think they knocked them out of the park. But now what we're going to do is actually take a look at the movie pics just to see how accurate this flash speeder really is. And the first picture that we'll take a look at is actually found straight out of episode 1. And I have to say it actually looks quite accurate, quite similar to what we see with the LEGO model. The curves are a little bit more noticeable on, this picture as opposed maybe the LEGO set, but that's really hard to kind of do with LEGO. I think that they did as well a job as they could. I will say that I feel that the LEGO Star Wars set may be a little bit oversized, which is kind of rare with LEGO Star Wars sets just because these 4 guys look really smushed in this speeder, whereas the LEGO Star Wars set, there's tons of space with it. However, it seats 4 and the LEGO Star Wars set seats 4, so I feel that it is still quite accurate to what we see. Let's now move on to the next pic. And this one I believe is taken from an encyclopedia, and I love doing these just because if you're wondering if the ship or the speeder looks accurate, if you're able to compare it against an actual encyclopedia, there's no better way to do it. And as you can see, this one looks very similar to what we see with the LEGO set. Even the sizing's pretty accurate. If they were to bring this set out maybe 5 years in the future, they're not going to improve on this one all that much because look at it. It looks very similar to what we see with the LEGO set, and yeah, it's just a very accurate looking overall model. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. This set has a lot going on. You get 5 great minifigures. You get a couple of the Naboo personnel. You also get a gun warrior, or Tarpals, I should say, but they kind of look all somewhat similar, right? The guns as far as the warrior class goes. The speeder's also pretty good. The fact that you can open it up like a Lamborghini is fantastic. It is a little bit bigger than I think it should be. I think it should be a little bit smaller, but I'm not gonna complain about that. I think that this is a massive improvement over the 2000 model, but we will compare those two side by side just to see what they're all about. Yeah, I just really like this set. And again, if you're looking for a reasonably priced older LEGO Star Wars set, go buy this one because it is going for quite cheap. But let me know what you guys think about this one. If you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. I just think for 30 bucks, you get 5 great minifigures, a great vehicle. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. But if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, always have a hard time pronouncing that for some reason, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future LEGO Star Wars reviews, comparisons. We do one of them every Tuesday, and yeah, they're always interesting to do, especially when they're an awesome set like this. But yeah, that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.